Alright, we're gonna start this video off with some explosions. That did nothing. What the heck, man? I'm expecting better results than that. Oh, it blows up the lever. Give me a second. Alright, now that there's a sizable hole, now the real work begins. Alright, now you smooth everything out and kind of make it look a little better like this. More like an actual Minecraft cave. Now, I could have found a Minecraft cave, but you know, that would have been so much work. I'd rather just, you know, blow one up and shape the cave by myself, because that's so totally easier. But now we get this. And now it's a Warden Cave. Okay, you're done. That's the end of the video. Bye. Now, of course, that's not the actual end of the video. I was just going to be funny. Now we got to add this stuff around and make it look interesting. But he needs to go. Now, a good way to spread this very easily is to use this. And I have this command block set up just to insta-kill Enderman. And then and that'll spread it. But of course, this is not going to be the only thing, because currently this looks kind of poop. So this is going to be the general thing, and then again, like blowing up the place, we're gonna smooth everything out, make everything look a little better and a little less spotty, and probably add some constructional parts in places instead of just all skulk and boringness. But let's get chit. Alright, so this looks kind of bad right now. It's just a bunch of spotty blobs of this. So I'm going to start adding some bone blocks. My goal is to kind of make it look sort of like, I'm going to use like the sculpt catalyst thing. The kind of palette that has the bone blocks at the bottom. And then the skulkiness around it and stuff. Like, I feel like I'm going to use bone blocks as kind of like an accent block. And it's going to look cool. Okay, now I feel like it's starting to get the right kind of atmosphere thing. Oh wow, that is very... And if you're following along, basically what I've done so far is just I blew up a big space and I've shaped it all out to make it look good. And then this part, I just used a bunch of sculpt catalysts, and then I added the bone blocks, put some sculpt veins all around them, and then also added a few more of these in empty spots, like this, say. That's a little empty, so you do that, and you throw some sculpt veins all over it. Now, there's not really a rhyme or reason to these. They just add a little bit of texture, and I think it looks decent in the picture. Now is where it gets to the fun part, where you're adding more, adding some structural elements. Because currently, right now, it's just a boring old cave, and that's boring, as saying boring old cave would suggest. But now is when we start to get to do some fun stuff. Alright, so here is I've added some like ruins and stuff with, I used the darker type of blocks, and I didn't actually use these, I just had those. But you could use, when you're building it, you could use some lighter blocks if you feel like it, but I feel like the darker tone fits what I'm going for generally. Now that's probably most of the decoration stuff I'm going to be doing. Maybe I'll throw some stuff in here and there, but that's probably most of what's going to be here. So I'm going to start adding some other stuff to add some life to it. I'm going to start to add some like other skulk stuff, like skulk sensors, and maybe some streakers and stuff like that. Alright, so here I am back, and I believe there's a warden somewhere around because I've placed a bunch of shriekers and set them to can spawn, and I hear some noises. But I also set up a command block setup that's all hooked up to this clock, and this redstone line just runs around to a bunch of these, which just play that. And I believe a warden just came out to greet me. So let's go meet him. Or not. Or he left me. I mean, I guess I could summon a warden normally, but that would be boring. We gotta watch him come out of the ground. Ah, here he is. And you know what we'll name him? We shall name him this. Francis Felix Fenton Fabian Finley Farnsworth. Normally I'd go longer and say Francis Felix Fenton Fabian Finley Farnsworth Falco Fallon Flanagan Fairfax Freddie McRogg Farley Fernando the Frog. But alas, I cannot fit that much on a name tag. And I don't know if he still despawns. He might anyway, but you know, I like that anyway. Alright, so I believe this is going to be the end of this video. I do like this cave. I think there's some stuff to do to improve it, so if I can figure out how to do it, there will be a world download in the description. And if you like the video, like it. And if you think you would like to watch more of me, subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.